Hello everyone, my name is Luke Elijah. Thank you very much for watching this video. We are here at the Seletar Aerospace Park and we meet my distinguished guest Dumexs, who is a famous life coach for teenagers as well as a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force. Thank you Dumexs for coming into my talk show.
Thank you, Luke.
Tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background?
Okay, so I was a former fighter pilot in the Singapore Air Force. I flew F-16s, F-5s before that. Served 18 years in the SCF, and when I left, I did consultancy work for defense companies, still Air Force related projects. But what has really kind of inspired me in the last couple of years in terms of looking for meaning in life and doing something meaningful was to step into the life coaching arena, and specifically dealing with teenagers, because I have two daughters. Now they're 19 going on 21. But you know, when I started this, they were definitely in the midst of their teenage years, and I could see the
growing pains,
the problems with I would say common societal thinking, common school thinking, that I actually found disempowering. And then having gone through a lot of self-development courses, I'm like, hey, I think I can help these kids shift their perspective and maybe, you know, lead a more fulfilling life.
Right, that sounds really, you know, like something that is able to impact and help a lot of people. Especially when I was growing up as a teenager, I had a lot of insecurities, I had a lot of phobias and fears, and this actually, even as an adult, it actually followed me through because I didn't have a chance to work on them. And one of the fears and phobias I have is actually claustrophobia, as well as the fear of flying. And that's also why I seek you out, you know, to overcome these fears, because I felt like they were stopping and blocking me from reaching a fuller and higher potential. And you know, it's like something at the back of my mind, and it's annoying. I wanted to break free and have a breakthrough. And so what I did was I took some coaching sessions with Dumex, and he brought me as part of the coaching training session on a flight, right? And it was the first time I ever had a chance to actually fly a plane. And many of us, this is a dream, or even if it's not a dream, how many of us can actually say we actually got a chance to fly our own plane, right? And you know, I've not actually flown out of the country in almost 3 years due to the pandemic, and so it's my first time in a plane, and I get to fly it myself. You know, thank you so much, Dumex. It was,
and we get to cross the border to go to
Malaysia,
Johor.
Yes,
Yep.
It was a thrilling experience, and you know, it's unbelievable. It's exhilarating. It's worth every penny. It was, you know, most mind-blowing. I'm grateful to you for the experience. So could you share with the audience more about your coaching programs, more in depth, more details about it?
So obviously, I think the basis of life coaching, a lot of people get kind of confused. What is a coach? So you think about a personal trainer, a personal coach, or a football coach, right? That brings a team from this point to the next point. So that's what coaching is. It's getting you to a place where you want to go. But sometimes in order to go forward, we also have to look back at what are the things that may be holding you back. What are the negative beliefs that are embedded that may be preventing yourself from going forward. We all know, or we often hear this, we are our greatest critique. We are our greatest enemy.
Yeah.
We are
worst
biggest.
judge. Worst judge too. Absolutely, you're right. You know, all of us, you know, like what you mentioned, when we were growing up, you know, your teenage daughters including, we go through a lot of societal conditionings, a lot of programmings indoctrinated to us through religion, through our social interactions with people, in our culture as well, in our beliefs. And a lot of these belief systems, not all of them are actually positive, some of them are negatively inclined. And they actually, it's not like beliefs from naysayers or just entrenchment, and then you're stuck. And then because it's so repetitive, most people are not even aware they have it. And even if you're aware, usually it's such a great phobia that you're not even willing to confront it. And usually it's about, you know, facing your fears and confronting it. It's not easy or comfortable. And yet you have to, you know, a coach like you actually lead you by the hand and take you through the steps to actually you know, work through them in a very constructive and positive way to finally break free. And then from there you have an empty vessel to then reprogram, so to speak, a lot of you know, positive virtues, right?
So that's one
Yeah.
way. Definitely one thing is the emptying the vessel. Another way to look at it is shifting paradigms. Sometimes a simple, my favorite example, half glass of water. The reality of that half glass of water is the same. But the perception of whether it's half full or half empty is 180 degrees out from each other. So you can be in that reality and see things that, oh, this is the end of the world, I'm so terrible, I'm so disadvantaged, life sucks, I hate the government, whatever it is. Or you can, look at it and shift and say, well, actually, I should be grateful for these things, and you know what? I can get to where I want to go. A lot of times we end in a blame culture. Right? Whether we blame the government, we blame schools, we blame
Self-victimization.
So,
absolutely.
but when you blame,
Yeah.
you give power away.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
When you ask yourself one simple question, what can I do about it? You're not going to change the weather, you can't change the government, but there are definitely things you can do to get yourself from here to the next step. And it's about baby steps sometimes, right? Maybe breaking free can be a huge step, but sometimes to get there, we might take these little steps, and that's what basically a life coach does. So basically, what that means is it breaks down into kind of my program. So I do a package of either 12 sessions, working on a weekly basis, 1 hour each session, or you can take this one day kind of 3-hour session where there's 2 hours of coaching, and then we also get a flight as part of the bonus to tie in things
Anchor it,
about
yes,
life.
yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
It's about
Like,
life.
like
right?
feel experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anchoring is a great
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
Alright, so Dumexs, where can parents who are keen to have their adolescents and teenagers go through breakthroughs and coaching with you, where can they go to find out more details?
Well, to find out more about me, you can check out my website at www.amwise.com, amwise.com. There you'll see a bit of my background, you'll see the testimonials, you get to see some of the videos of the flights I did, and basically what I do. And there, from that website, you can actually book a discovery call with me, and just to discover whether I could be a coach to you or your kids. or
Right.
teenagers. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you, Luke.
click on his links below in the video description feed, and he comes highly recommended because I personally tried him. So you can't go wrong. Thank you, Dumex, for being a guest on my talk show.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having me.
guys for watching this video.